Hello, everyone. Here we are again. So we've got Lord Russell with us for a word of Lord Russell, another podcast episode. My name is Venetia Peach, and I own and run the marketing and communications agency Peach Revolution Limited. So, Lord Russell, welcome.
Good afternoon, Venetia. Nice to be back on the show again for podcast number 5. Remarkable. Comes around so fast.
That's great. So we're going to talk about another wonderful adventure. This time, once again, it's in Africa. And we're going to talk about Lord Russell's trip to Malindi, to Driftwood, to the beach resort where he spent Christmas. So this is a wonderful adventure where he got to know many people and spend Christmas in a totally different way, the African way, right on the border of the Indian Ocean. So we're going to talk about this. Lord Russell, let me know how come you found yourself in Driftwood, how was it organized, and who did you meet there?
Yes, well, it was a wonderful trip. I had a friend at the time, I'd sadly has passed away since, a chap called Rajay Jagdan. He goes out quite regularly to Malindi and to what was then known as the Driftwood Club, which is a 3-star hotel where you get individual chalets, straw-top chalets, very nice, remarkable place.
Yeah.
And he kept saying to me, Russell, you've got to come out to Driftwood. You've got to come out to Malindi. Okay. Well, in 2018, I decided I would. So I booked my flights to Malindi from Nairobi. But bearing in mind, as everyone can remember, on my last podcast, I had my excitement in Masai Mara. And of course, flying back to Nairobi for my trip backwards out to Malindi was quite an adventure too. So what happened was, of course, is that I ended up co-piloting this commercial flight back to Nairobi.
That's amazing indeed.
Bangladeshi Airlines is quite something, really, I have to say.
Wow! Yeah.
So we did all of that, and it was an incredible journey. So got to really understand some of the instruments in this commercial flight too. It was quite brilliant, and the landing was quite sensational, I have to say. So landing that aircraft as well at Nairobi with the pilot, of course, was quite something. Went for a storm en route. A rain cloud storm, which is all predicted on the electronic computers and systems that were there. So that was fun too.
It's a scary episode, though, isn't it?
It's a scary episode, but fun and exciting at the same time. It has to be said. So that was great. So I landed at Nairobi, and of course I had to wait around for a couple of hours or so to get my reverse flight back out by Bangladeshi Airlines again to Malindi. So that's what we did. I got on this flight. Tore down to Malindi, landed at Malindi. What a great place Malindi is too, right on the Indian Ocean. Beautiful, hot, warm sea, absolutely incredible. So I arrived at the Driftwood Club and was met by the owner, Roger, at the time there, who I got to know over Facebook anyway. He was a friend of Rajay Jagdan's, Roger Sylvester. Got to know him very well and got introduced to a few people because I knew nobody. I was literally going on my own. And it's quite a sensational thing, really. And of course, got there before Christmas. So this would probably be about 3 or 4 days before Christmas Eve. So lots of time to prepare and organize things over that period of time and settle into Malindi. Swimming in the sea, amazing. I was doing runs every morning on the sandy white beaches.
Yeah.
Doing a 3-kilometer run every morning, so that was good to keep fit. It was really nice and healthy. It's lovely, actually, and the food was exquisite too. I got to meet loads of lovely people. But on Christmas Eve, I had a phone call from a friend of mine who was the ex-girlfriend, actually now, of Rajay Jagdan, a lovely young lady called Mira Desai. I met her actually and Rajay in Windsor all those years ago. And was friends with him ever since. And of course, they broke up, which is unfortunate. But she phoned me and said, Russell, I didn't know you were in Kenya. She said, if I knew you were here, I'd invited you up to my family's ranch. You could have stayed here and done another outward back safari. So, but I didn't do that. So I just come back from one from the Maasai, but I had a good chat with her. I said, we'll speak after Christmas. So anyway, that was put to one side, a great chat with there's a sad story coming to that one as well with Mira, I have to say. So I'll talk about that later. But anyway, Christmas Eve came, and you have to wonder. Standing outside in the warm evening air, singing Christmas carols, doesn't really bode in the memory banks of what Christmas was like in my yesteryears.
Yeah.
So I have to say, so it's quite something really, and to sit there singing Christmas carols along with a lot of other English people and the African people around, serving, drinks and snacks and those sort of things, all led by Roger Sylvester. He loves doing that. He enjoyed it, and of course, great time. Went to bed, woke up on Christmas Day, and another adventure was planned, and that was to go out on Roger's Big Mama sailing boat, which was a fabulous boat.
Mm-hmm.
And there must have been about 16 of us, maybe 20, that boarded this boat on Christmas Day. We got off, and off we went on the Indian Ocean. Christmas Day spent at sea. It was something different, I have to say. And you're skirting along the coastline of Kenya, going past beautiful places like Watamu, which I have been to. It was wonderful. And you see these what they call upside down trees, look like trees that are upside down. Amazing. I think you can only get them in this part of the world as well, which is quite incredible.
Yeah, it's in Africa, isn't it? Yeah.
So that was good. So, and the whole idea was to sail out to what was known as the Sand Islands. And these islands appear just out of nowhere, and different island every day. And there they were. We sailed and approached these sand islands, absolutely magical. White sand, pure white sand, something, it leaves you breathless, speechless. Dived off Big Mama into this beautiful hot sea, and swam up to the sand islands and went and walked on there. I think we sung some songs as well, and a bit of cricket maybe was being had, all these sort of things, which is quite something. So that was what we were doing. And of course, the days just disappear. The whole venture just suddenly just disappears in a daylight, and it's time to get back on Big Mama and sail back to Driftwood, the Driftwood Hotel. And of course, on the way back, the tarpaulin gets pulled away. There's food, there's drink. We all start to sing, get merry, wine, champagne, the whole thing, and lots of lovely food. Fantastic. And when we did get back to,
sorry, I'm interrupting.
Yeah.
There was a theme party, Indian culture and traditions of India on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, there was. So we got back to Driftwood Club, off of Big Mama and shower and all that kind of good stuff, and then the evening festivities started. Really, it was one of those wonderful experiences where actually it was a traditional English Christmas dinner was served more than anything else, and a lot of African music, and it was just a lovely, fun evening. And one way to spend Christmas Day. I've never spent Christmas really in such a wonderful place. I've been to America. I'd been to Houston at Christmas before, and of course now Africa. It's just something else, something special. Christmas Day, Christmas dinner on the beach, Indian Ocean, fabulous. Absolutely fantastic. So I really enjoyed that. I forgot to switch my phone off, by the way. So anyone hearing my phone go off, it's my fault. And I must switch it off now before I go any further, because it's bound to ring again. It always rings when you don't want it to, doesn't it? So put it on to silent. There we are. So there we are. And so, Christmas dinner was had, and we stayed up singing all night long. It was brilliant. It was a fantastic journey. And Boxing Day, we spent we all went with these fabulous T-shirts. Roger got us all, about 30 of us, boarded this coach and went to Watamu, just down the coastline. I mentioned it earlier on. And of course, there on Boxing Day, they have sea fishing competitions. So it really is a great place to go. And some of the fish that were being hauled out of the sea was
fresh
incredible.
Fish, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. Marlin, you name it.
Nothing beats that, I think, eating fresh fish.
Oh, eating fresh fish is just the best, isn't it? It really is. Yeah. And that these fish that are being caught on Boxing Day were just going to be straight into the restaurants that afternoon and served up that evening. And fresh fish, you can't get better than that, can you? So wonderful trip to Watamu. It's fantastic. But I met some wonderful people I'm still friends with now. We still talk to each other, message each other on WhatsApp and on Facebook. And the trouble was that recently Roger actually has now sold the Driftwood Club, so it's no longer there, which was really quite sad. And
that's sad.
It is sad. So I have spoken to some friends to see where they go now, and they're all sort of looking for somewhere else. But I'd love to go back again and meet up with these guys. It was just something really, really special. And everyone that goes are all part of what they call the Drifters Club, from Driftwood. So I became a
Yeah,
founder member of the Drifters, so that was
yeah,
great.
the Drifters. Yeah, I saw that.
Absolutely amazing. But I've got a sad story here to tell as well, because when I got back into the UK from my trip to Africa, I got a phone call on the 5th of January, because I'd spoken to Mira again actually just after Christmas, and we arranged that I would go out in March, April to see her family, and obviously visit the ranch and have another safari. But when I got back, I got a phone call off of my friend Rajay. They said that Mira had been killed in a car accident.
Oh no! But
So it's
that's what's happening.
quite a shock actually to me, I have to say.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe it, because she was such a good friend. So in January, she passed away. Apparently her boyfriend had crashed, he survived, and she didn't. Such a sad story. A sad end to what was a wonderful Christmas, really. So, but these things happen, And the trouble is as well, it's in my book as well, maybe it should be another story, but exactly 1 year later in January, Rajay Jagdan, my good friend, passed away as well.
That's very sad.
Two great friends in a year that were actually partners together. I met in Windsor, knew them both very well, and now both are sadly not with us. It was such a sad end to what was a wonderful time in Africa, really. But there we are. These things happen in life, don't they? So, I'll always remember my time in Africa. I really will. The Driftwood Club. Where do I go next? I don't know. I'll have to speak to a few people and find somewhere else on the Indian Ocean, because it's such an amazing place. It really is. Lovely. You can't beat Africa. Kenya is just a sensational place to go. It has its bad parts as well. I went into Malindi, the town, on one of these little three-wheeler bikes. They're called now put-puts. They had a put-put. That's it, a put-put. I went into the town, and, you have to be careful. It's not exactly very safe, I would say. But, if you go with people, it's fine. Have a look around some of the shops, buy nice handmade linen shirts, absolutely fantastic. Enjoy some of the African culture as well. Brilliant. And then back to the Driftwood Club. So it was an interesting time, I have to say, Venetia. Really enjoyed my time in Africa. It's fantastic. Really was. Next time, hopefully.
And although there was no gym, you were quite happy to do all the sports and running on the beach. So
yes, every day.
Compensated it was even better than having a gym, wasn't it?
Well, it was, because in the evenings, we were all probably drinking far too much than we should do. But, that's life, isn't it? You're all away amongst a lot of friends, new friends as well, all drinking gin and tonics all the way, lots of ice. And, of course, in the morning, it was absolutely right to get out, get my running shorts on, no shoes, bare feet.
Yeah, bare feet.
Shorts, no top, and just run 3 kilometers along the gorgeous white sand of the Indian Ocean is just something else. And when you get back and straight into your shower, you come out, you feel $1 million, you really do. And just in time for some breakfast and some lunch as well. A couple of drinks at lunchtime, that's it. It's Christmas. You can't you? And it was fantastic. We had some barbecues. We had all sorts of things. There's some great parties on the New Year's Eve. A fabulous party on New Year's Eve.
We're partying until 7 a.m.
I think it probably was about 7. I think I went straight back in to have a shower, back out for breakfast. No time for sleeping when you're enjoying yourself, is there? So it was a wonderful time. It really was. And also there was an Indian night as well, believe it or not. They actually made an Indian night in Kenya. So I actually dressed up as an Indian gentleman. So I had all this wonderful clothes to put on, a dot. I think I had a dot on my forehead as well.
Okay.
And went to this party. It was brilliant. It really was. And one of the members, actually, of the Drifters, I forget her name now. I am friends with her on Facebook, but she had one hell of an operatic voice. She could sing, and she would just sit there and stand there and burst into song, and everyone we were just mesmerised by it. It was just incredible. So part as well as having a disco, we had this impromptu sing along with this young lady who could sing absolutely marvelous, beautiful voice. All on an Indian evening. So it's all mixture, really. Disco, Indian culture, African culture, operatic singing, all in one go. Amazing.
Well, Africa is a land of different cultures, isn't it? Anyway.
It is. It's a land of different cultures, a land to be acquainted with. And I have to say, I do want to go back.
Yeah.
But I think next time round, I think South Africa's on the horizon. I must go to South Africa. or South
Okay.
Africa, as they say down in
Yeah.
Africa, South Africa. And also Zimbabwe. There's many countries there in Africa I'd like to visit. Tanzania, which is on the border with the Masai Mara, of course.
You
Why
should go
not?
to Mauritius as
Across.
well.
Mauritius. Is that where you were born, by the way, Venetia?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, you had to get that one in, which is great. Yes, I would love to go to Mauritius. I am thinking at the moment with my girlfriend actually about doing some of these things, because I'm probably going to go to Thailand for Christmas, New Year.
Okay.
And we're talking about,
That sounds good.
dropping across to see these areas, really, Mauritius and so on, plus a bit of a drop into Malaysia as well. So these trips are going to happen in the next 6 to 8 months.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Sure.
Yeah. Shortly.
So.
Yeah.
More stories to tell, I'm sure.
More stories to tell, more books to write.
Absolutely. Definitely another book somewhere. I've got to think about writing another book. I really have. So there'll be lots of agenda for that. So life doesn't stop, does it? Every day is a new adventure. And talking about my adventures here with you, Venetia, on these podcasts is brilliant. It brings back so many wonderful memories. It really does. And
I'm really glad.
And there'll be loads more to come,
Yes.
I'm sure. Loads more to come. Absolutely. As I trip around the world.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk about another episode. So probably from your childhood next time. So we're going to
wow. Okay.
Yeah, from your childhood. And for this time, I hope that the listeners have enjoyed this story. Do you have anything else to add?
So do I. No, I don't. I've enjoyed reminiscing about this, my trip to Malindi. I really have in 2018. It was fantastic. So there's more of it in my book. Please go out, buy my book, softback, Kindle version, hardback from me directly. And it really is a solid book, some amazing stories. As a page turner, every page turn is a readable page that you just won't be able to put the book down. It's fantastic. It really is.
Yes, a real page turner available right now on Amazon. So get your copy now and enjoy it, especially during the summer months. So you'll be able to relax with a really nice book to read.
Absolutely.
And,
take it on holiday with you.
Yeah, take it on holiday, exactly. So people are going on holiday now. And also the podcast itself is available on all the main platforms, such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Available every fortnight. So the next one will be in a fortnight. So this one was a bit special after a week, but the next one will be in a fortnight.
That's good. Look forward to it already. Podcast number 6 on its way. I'll soon be here.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all going well. And we're enjoying having Lord Russell here with us on this platform. So Lord Russell,
I enjoy being here.
Great. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
I shall do, Venetia. And if you want to get a signed copy from me, then please drop me an email at Russell, 2 S's, 2 L's, at norfolklord.co.uk. We can then communicate. I can then arrange payments with you, and then I can then send you a signed copy of my hardback copy as well. So beautiful book.
So there it is. If you want to get a copy, please contact Lord Russell, or if you want to buy it on Amazon, please feel free to do so. Thank you very much, everyone, for your time. And thank you very much, Russell.
Thank you very much, Venetia. I shall, and you as well. Have a lovely afternoon. The sun is shining, and I'm going to go and sit outside now and bask in the sun because I think I deserve it now after this. Why not?
Yeah, you do.
Enjoy.
Yeah. Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay, great. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Venetia. Thank you. Thank you, listeners. Take care. See you in 2 weeks.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.